In the year 711, Berber and Arab soldiers led by Tariq ibn Ziyad crossed the Strait of Gibraltar into the Iberian Peninsula. Within just 7 years, they had conquered most of what we now know as Spain and Portugal. What started as a military invasion honestly turned into the birth of a civilization that blended Islamic, Christian, and Jewish elements in a way the world had just never seen before. Al-Andalus, as Muslims called this land, was not merely a territory under occupation. It became a new home, built with heart, spirit, and intellect. When al-Rahman I escaped the massacre in Damascus, he did not come to hide but really to build a new empire. He founded an Islamic emirate in Cordoba, wisely applying a strategy of divide and govern. The governance system of Al-Andalus was, honestly, unique. It did not force religious conversion. Christians and Jews could maintain their faiths, though they paid an extra tax called the jizya. In return, they were granted protection and self-governance. After the fall of the Umayyad dynasty, Al-Andalus fragmented into many small states, or taifas. Surprisingly, instead of chaos, this era became a golden age of art and literature, as each state competed to patronize scholars and artists. Islam spread in Al-Andalus not by coercion but by lived reality. Locals saw that becoming Muslim brought social respect and better educational opportunities. Those who converted to Islam were called muwalladun. They served as a bridge between the old and the new cultures, helping to create the unique identity of Al-Andalus. Christians and Jews were accepted as people of the book, creating a religiously diverse society unlike anything seen in medieval Europe. Al-Andalus became a knowledge bridge between East and West. Muslim scholars translated the works of Aristotle, Plato, and other Greek thinkers, enriching them with Islamic insights. This great Cordoban philosopher's interpretations of Aristotle became core texts in European universities. He taught that reason and faith could coexist. Of Persian descent but born in Cordoba, he wrote Talq al-Hammama, or The Ring of the Dove, on the nature of love, one of the earliest works of psychology in the world. The blend of Arab, Berber, Jewish, and Christian cultures created a unique creative energy. They introduced Asian agricultural techniques, Greek medical knowledge, and distinct architectural styles. Using irrigation techniques from the Middle East, Al-Andalus became the Garden of Europe, growing rice, sugarcane, oranges, and crops previously unknown in Europe. Cordoba had the largest hospital in the world at the time, with advanced surgical methods and a medical school that attracted students from across Europe. Located between Africa, Europe, and Asia, Al-Andalus became a trading hub. Its dinar currency was the most stable in Europe. In science, mathematics saw the introduction of the Arabic numeral system, 0 through 9, which is used worldwide today. Chemistry gave us words like alcohol and alchemy, both of which come from Arabic. In astronomy, many star names like Aldebaran also have Arabic origins. And in medicine, surgical techniques and herbal medicine were really advanced. Ibn Rushd's rationalist thought influenced Thomas Aquinas and the rise of scholastic philosophy in Europe. In architecture, well, the legacy of Al-Andalus can still be seen today. The Seville Cathedral, for example, was inspired by the minaret of a former mosque, and the Alhambra, the magnificent palace of Granada, is now recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Spanish guitar and flamenco music, both have their roots in Arab and Berber musical traditions. Their influence can still be heard in the rhythms and melodies that echo through Spain today. After the fall of the Umayyads, Al-Andalus, unfortunately, splintered into many small warring taifas. This fragmentation made the region vulnerable to external attacks and marked the beginning of the end for its golden age. Christians in the north began unifying under the banner of reclaiming the land. Supported by the church and European volunteers, they launched successive campaigns. The Almoravids and Almohads from North Africa imposed stricter Islamic interpretations, disrupting the religious balance that had existed. New trade routes around Africa and to the Americas reduced Al-Andalus's strategic and economic importance. Granada, the last Muslim state, fell to Ferdinand and Isabella in the same year Columbus sailed to the Americas. Al-Andalus may have ended in 1492, but its legacy lives on. When we use Arabic numerals, drink coffee, play the guitar, or study chemistry, we are, touching the inheritance of Al-Andalus. The greatest lesson Al-Andalus offers is that cultural and religious diversity can create wonders when humans choose cooperation over conflict. In a world today torn by religious and cultural divides, the story of Al-Andalus reminds us that another way is possible, a way of understanding, learning, and creating together. The true legacy of Al-Andalus is not just in its palaces or mosques, but in the belief that people of all backgrounds can live in peace, a lesson the world still needs to learn.